Let me
the
read you something.
difference.
You've raised
Sure.
Stoicism. The American Psychological Association released a set of guidelines
Why
to
are they
help
voting?
psychologists
Why are they voting her out? This is the problem. Whenever someone's actually having a good conversation, Kyla is very smart.
work with men and boys, in which it stated that male masculine traits like stoicism, competitiveness, achievement, eschewal of the appearance of weakness, adventure, and risk should all be discarded. Now, I would categorize
Hold on, let's see the fact check here. What does this say? APA guidelines state components of traditional masculinity, such as emotional stoicism, homophobia, true, not showing vulnerability, true, self-reliance. Self-reliance isn't a bad thing, but over self-reliance, this idea, this over individualization, competitiveness might deter them from forming close relationships with male peers. Absolutely. There's nothing controversial about that. Now, Piers, of course, mischaracterizes it that we need to throw, once again, as Kyla pointed out rightly, we need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. But yeah, this idea that, men have more, what is it? This is a really good point that someone brought up, and I don't remember who said it, but men do more side-by-side activities instead of face-to-face activities. Women will go get coffee with each other. Women will go to a farmer's market, have conversations and chats, while men will play a video game on a couch or do something that involves sitting next to each other instead of actually, having conversations and talking and actually becoming deep because, they need to remain stoic. They can't be vulnerable. They just have to compete with one another because there's a competitive aspect instead of a collaborative aspect. What that fact check says is very true. There's nothing controversial about it. Of course, Pierce has to throw in his own twist and lie at the end, but somehow the APA says we need to discard all of these. No, this, like everything, is, I mean, maybe not homophobia. Let's say that. There's no moderation. I was going to say that all these in moderation are important. Not homophobia. Let's not hate gay people just a little bit. But all the other ones, it's good to be emotionally resolute. It's good to be, appropriately vulnerable. Obviously, we don't want someone who breaks down all the time. It's important to be self-reliant, have a healthy dose of competitiveness. But that doesn't mean that, those in excess are not bad. And in many cases, traditional masculinity emphasizes those, traditionally masculine traits. I mean, once again, this is like we're playing a language game. So whether traditional masculinity aligns more with toxic masculinity versus, healthy masculinity is, fine. I think that, I think that I said this when I was on Jubilee. I think toxic masculinity is a perversion of masculinity. Okay, I think it is masculinity gone wrong, and we need to focus on that. But nothing about this is controversial. Nothing about it is man hating. Literally, the end of the fact check here that Piers is, very, very conveniently leaving out is that the point of this is to help them form more close relationships with their male peers. God, they just hate men so much. They want men to be able to have healthier relationships with one another. Oh, they hate men. What? How fucking brain rotted and idiotic are these people? I mean, I think a lot of them aren't. They're intentionally misunderstanding it because it's, ideologically beneficial to them. But Jesus Christ.